Hey there, superstars, and welcome back to April Assist Me. I have received several requests to do a makeup look, which is flattering because I am by no means any kind of makeup artist, no professional makeup artist or anything like that. I watch YouTube videos just like everybody else to get tips on how to apply makeup, different techniques. I watch different bloggers for different reasons, and so I pulled a little bit from everybody that I watch and just started to practice and experiment. This is the look that I've come up with today, and if you're interested in seeing how I achieved this look, then just keep watching. So I always start with a primer, and the primer that I'm using today is Porefessional by Benefit. I apply this all over the skin until it's distributed evenly. I'm using 3 different products to mix my foundations today. I'm using Nars Laguna Illuminator, Bye Bye Lines Foundation by IT Cosmetics, and Makeup Forever HD Foundation in the color 177. So I'm mixing it all with my BH Cosmetics foundation brush, the number 8, and then I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics stippling brush to blend it all together. So that's the number 2 brush. The reason I'm using 3 different products for my foundation is because I want to get the perfect color match, and for my skin type because I have oily skin. So I want it to, be matte throughout the day, but I also want to have the glow from within, which is why I use the Nars Illuminator. And here I am using a concealer by MAC. It is the number NW40, and I have this concealer brush that I've had for a very long time from Prescriptives Cosmetics, and there isn't a specific number. I'm not even sure if they still sell this brush, but I've had it for a really long time, and I'm just applying the concealer with this brush. And the reason I'm concealing in these areas is those are the areas where light would naturally reflect. So it's to give that illusion. And I'm blending it all here with a wet beauty blender. Just pushing the product into the skin and to have a seamless look between the foundation and the concealer. I'm also blending it up onto the eyelid as a eyeshadow primer. This is the Fenti Beauty matchstick in the color Espresso, and I'm using this as contour. So I want to contour a little on my forehead and my cheekbones, my nose to make it look a little thinner, the cheekbones to make it look a little bit higher, the forehead to make it look a little smaller. This is contouring, and I don't do this every day, but if I'm doing a glam look, then I'll go to this because it creates dimension in the face. Because if you just have just a foundation, you have one flat look, but you create a little bit of warmth and dimension if you add the darker color for contouring. So I want to make sure that I'm blending everything in really well because I want it to look seamless. One color fades into the other, like your face really does have this dimension. And this is a translucent powder by IT Cosmetics that I'm using to set my under eye area because that's where my makeup would usually crease if I don't set it with loose powder. So that's why I'm setting my under eye. And this is my Makeup Forever Pro Finish powder. It's a pressed powder in the number 185. And I'm just using this to set the whole face. And I'm using my BH Cosmetics brush number 124. I'm using my MAC 217 blending brush to set the eye area with translucent powder to prevent this area from creasing as well. And this is the Ardel Brow Sculpting Gel. I'm just applying this to prep them. I probably spend the most time on my eyebrows because they are so sparse, and I just want them to look fuller and they more youthful, and they just pull your whole makeup look together. I'm using the Dipbrow Pomade by Anastasia in the color Ebony, and I'm just using a small angled brush to apply the pomade to my brows. I'm outlining the brow first. Now I'm feathering the product up and blending it into the brow to make it look more natural, more like hair strokes. Now I'm connecting the arch to the tail and just extending the tail a little bit and filling in all of the sparse areas. Once I'm satisfied with the shape of the brow, I'm going to sharpen it up and clean it up a little bit with my MAC Studio Fix Concealer in the color NW40. I don't know the number of the brush, but it's a very flat, small brush that I use to apply it. And then I am blending it out with the MAC Shader brush. It's the number 239. Now it's time for the fun part. This is the color Brown Script eyeshadow. I use this color for my transition color in my crease because it helps to blend whatever other color that I want to use, so it'll just have this gradient effect when I'm blending them in. And I'm using my BH Cosmetics brush number 129, and I'm just doing these windshield wiper motions and circular motions going back and forth, as you can see, because I just wanted to, blend in really well. This is the Naked palette by Urban Decay. I love that palette. I use it a lot. And I'm picking up a little bit of the color Smog onto my BH Cosmetics brush 130, and I sprayed a little Fix Plus on there because it will help the eyeshadow stick better. When you're using shimmery colors, it helps if you just dampen it just a little bit, and it helps the color stay longer. It helps the pigment brighter. So I'm just applying that all over the eyelid. Then I take the same 129 brush that I use for the crease, and I'm blending those two colors together so they have like a seamless look. Now I'm using this Chisel Deluxe Fluff Brush. I don't really know the brand. I just picked it up at a beauty supply store a long time ago. And I'm using this color by MAC called Espresso. And I want to define my crease because I have hooded eyelids. So I wanted to create a a deeper crease in my eye. So I'm going to use this brush and this dark powder to deepen my crease. And I'm also feathering it up to give that illusion of a deeper crease. I'm feathering it up into the brow, but being careful not to blend all the way into the brow bone because I do want to highlight the brow bone. And now I'm feathering that color into the bronze color. And now I'm just using a clean blending brush to blend that color out because I want it to fade out. This is the color Carbon by MAC. It's a black color that I'm going to use a small, thin, flat brush, making sure to tap off the excess before applying it to my lash line because I want my lashes to look a little bit thicker. And I'm feathering that color up into the outer V just to deepen that area, define it a little bit better. Now I'm taking that flat fluffy brush again and applying the Espresso color to my lower lash line to smoke it out a little bit. And I'm going to add that black Carbon color also to the bottom lash line to make those lashes look thicker as well. Now I'm dipping back into that Naked palette and picking up the color Sin to put on my brow bone. You can see I'm just touching right in the arch with that color, and then I'm going to blend that out. And to fade those two colors together, I'm taking that clean blending brush again to blend the two colors together so it doesn't look like a harsh line. This is Extended Play Lash Mascara by MAC. I love this mascara because the brush and the bristles are so small and it gets every single lash. I'm going to add false lashes later, but I forgot to film that part. So what you see now is I'm just prepping my real lashes to blend in with the false lashes later. This is the color Gold Deposit by MAC. It is a mineralized skin finish that I use to highlight my cheekbones. And I'm using a brush by Real Techniques. I don't know the number of the brush. It's just a brush I've had for a long time. And I'm adding it to the tip of my nose. This is my favorite blush by MAC. It's the color Ambering Rose, and I'm just using the BH Cosmetics 126 brush to apply that color to my cheek. I think these two colors together are really, really beautiful on chocolate girls like me. This is the color Ginger Snap by NYX. It's a butter gloss. It's just the right amount of color, and it's a beautiful color. And these butter glosses are very, very moisturizing. I love this product. And this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching.